You hit record. Okay, we are recording. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. My goodness, almost the end of the week. All right. We might get a couple more into class, and that would be excellent. And if it's just us, that's excellent as well. So a quick safety talk. Make sure you have a clear space to exercise in, nothing to step on or trip over, including some
taking all the fun out of it.
Dog toys. That's right. Make sure if you've got an oximeter, it's close by. If you want to track your oxygen and your heart rate, that's always helpful. Some water, bare feet or sturdy shoes, that's key. And your gear just off the side, okay? Now, we're going to just start with a couple deep breaths to get us into our pattern that we're going to be relying on for the full class today. So if you'd like to join me in just placing a hand on your belly, we're going to inhale and fill up our belly. So breathing in and then breathing out through pursed lips. Good. Think about breathing out through a straw. We inhale, fill up the belly, and exhale, blow it out. And again, inhale, fill up the belly. Exhale, think about through a straw. Good. Now maintain that breathing pattern without me cueing you. And we're actually going to review our toe exercises today. Number one being you're just going to press your toes into the ground and think about squeezing your glutes at the same time. So the funny thing we always say is pretend you're crushing a walnut between your bum cheeks. And boy, is that a helpful visual. And while we do these toe exercises, you're still maintaining your pursed lip breathing. Okay, so press those toes down, squeeze your glutes as you exhale, and then relax your toes as you inhale. Fill up the belly. Then you're going to press your toes in the ground, squeeze your glutes as you exhale, and then relax as you inhale. We're going to do 4. Just press the toes down, squeeze the glutes, and then relax as you inhale. And press the toes down, squeeze your glutes as you exhale, and then relax. We got 2 more. Press those toes down, squeeze those glutes, and then relax. Got 1 last one. Press the toes down, squeeze your glutes, and relax. Good. Now hold your toes up, and we're just pressing, or sorry, keep your toes down. We're lifting up just the big toe. So if you need to do just 1 foot at a time, you can, or you can do both at the same time. But it's just the big toes lifting. And as we go to lift a big toe, we're tightening our glutes and focusing on our breathing pattern. So you can think lift, squeeze the glutes, breathe out, breathe in as everything relaxes and resets. Lift the big toe, squeeze the glutes, and down. Lift the big toe, squeeze the glutes, and down. Lift the big toe, squeeze the glutes, and down. Lift and squeeze, and down. Lift and squeeze, and down. 2 more. Lift and squeeze, down, and last one. Lift and squeeze. Good. Okay. Now we're going to have all the toes up and pushing down just the big toe and then back up. So we're pushing down just the big toe and back up. Just the big toe and back up. Just the big toe and back up. Push down the big toe and up. Push down the big toe and up. Good work, everybody. Big toe down and up. 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 And as we press down that big toe, the glutes are squeezing tight and we're exhaling. Then we're relaxing, breathing in, filling up the belly. And then again, big toe down, squeeze the glutes, exhale. Good, and we're gonna do 3. Lots to think about here, but that's okay. 2 and 1. Okay, relax your feet. Now we're going to push our toes into the ground to lift up our heels. And again, as we do that, glute squeeze tight and we're exhaling. Relax as we inhale. So lift up the heels, press your toes in the ground, squeeze your glutes, exhale, and then bring them back down on your inhale. Exhale and lift. Inhale and lower. Exhale and lift. Inhale and lower. Exhale and lift. Inhale and lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale and lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 3 more. Drive through those toes to lift the heels up and then down. Remember to squeeze your glutes as you go up. 2, and it's your last one. Drive your heels up, squeeze your glutes together, and then relax. Okay, so gently shake out your legs here. Brilliant. All right, team. Let's get into a little bit more cardio. We're going to look to warm up a little bit, look to challenge your breathing a little bit. But as always, you listen to your own body. You are in charge of your intensity today. Do not take it easy on yourselves. Do not push too hard. And we're going to work together to find that good, challenging, but doable balance. Okay, so stepping 1 foot forward at a time. Good, so 1 foot forward at a time. Good, and again, go at your own pace. You can be going faster than me, you can be going slower than me, it does not matter. This is your class today, your exercises. Okay, now we're gonna start adding in a little bit of coordination. So all I'm gonna ask you to do is to tap 1 thigh at a time. Tap, 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 and tap. There we go. And however you interpret that as, it's okay with me. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just aiming for a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of coordination. All those challenging things that we like to talk about. Good. There we go. Excellent job, team. All right, now we're going to both hands tap. Good. And again, you can be standing or seated, does not matter. Okay, as we're tapping our hands, we're going to tap forward 1 foot at a time. So it's going to go tap, tap, then switch, tap, tap. So left foot, right, right, left, left, right, right. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. And again, maybe stepping forward is too fatiguing. Maybe you need to just lift up your heel, just like we already practiced. You are in charge. How challenging but doable it is today. All right. Now keep double stepping your feet. And now with our hands, we're going to go up, down, cross, back. Up, down, cross, back. Up, down, cross, back. Up, down, across, back. Up, down, cross, back. Up, down, across, back. Up, down, across, back. Up, down, across, and back. Up, down, cross, back. Up, down, across, back. Up, down, across, back. And let's see if you can do it without me saying it. There we go. So each foot is still stepping twice. Just going to do your best to keep up. And if you're going, oh my goodness, I really dislike this coordination stuff, just keep moving. Just keep moving. Just maintain your breathing pattern. There we go. Looks excellent, team. Woo! Brilliant. And 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. Okay. Maybe you need to roll your shoulders a little bit. Maybe you need to roll your wrist and your ankle. Maybe you need to go the other direction. Maybe you need to switch. This is a good way to help you catch your breath. We're just getting some joints moving. Good. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go shoulders or knees. Ready? So if we say shoulders, up here, if we say knees, come back down. So touch and then kind of come back to the middle of your body. Hands are ready. So if we say knees, it's touch and come back, right? Knees, touch and come back. Knees, shoulders, 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 knees, knees, shoulders, head. Good. So you understand the game. Now I'm going to ask you to march. So we're marching and the goal is to complete the action as quickly as possible. Ready? Knees. Knees. Shoulders. 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 Knees. Shoulders. Shoulders. Knees. Knees. Shoulders. Knees. Knees. Shoulders. Now we're going to add in the head and the elbows. So if we were to say elbows, head, head, knees, elbows, shoulders, shoulders, knees, head, 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 elbows, elbows, shoulders, knees, knees, elbows, knees, head, shoulders, knees, knees, elbows, and rest. Wow, look at us go, everybody. So at this point, we've gotten the heart rate up We've challenged our breathing. You might now need just that recovery position. So forearms over your thighs or your table or your chair, whatever it is you got access to. Remember, we're not caved in though. You want to get your chest and head up slightly, and that will help you open up your airways. So that's what makes this a recovery position. It's purposeful. It's not, woo. Okay. Really focus on regaining your air through that as well. Okay. How's everybody feeling?
Good.
Good. Warmer?
Yes.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get into a little bit of upper body work. So you do need your band. My band beside me today. All right. So with your band, I'm just going to ask that we put the band underneath your feet to start. And I want your toes pointed up. So I want you just based off your heels. Good. And here's the movement we're going to do today. We are pulling the band towards us, bringing it back down. And then one hand is going to move out to the side and back. Pull, down, one hand to the side and back. And what I want you to be really cautious of is we're not trying to pull through the shoulder, the elbow, right? We don't lead out. When we go out to the side, you think about really keeping your shoulder sturdy, pulling out just a little ways. Thumb stays up. Don't allow it to rotate in. That's where you can get sore through the shoulder. Hold, back in. So again, pull both hands, down. Thumbs stay up. Pull one out to the side slightly. Back. Pull. Down. Side. Back. Pull. Back. 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 Side. Back. Once more through. Pull. Back. Side. Back. And rest. Very good. Okay. Now from there, what I'd like is for you to try to point your toes down, touching the ground. So your full flat of your foot is on the ground with your legs mostly extended. You should feel a little bit of a stretch through the front of your shin. Okay. Now from here, what I would like is we're going to pull again, but this time my elbows are going to come out to the side. Now, what's important is that we never get to the point here where the elbows are above your shoulders and wrists, right? Does everyone see that? We don't want the elbows above your wrists. So keep them in line as we pull. My elbows are out to the side, but they're not above my wrists. And down. Pull. 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 Down. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Now keep your feet where they are. If you need to pull your toes up just to give the shins a little bit of a rest, that's okay. And we've done 2 exercises with the band so far. Remember that. Now this one you can definitely easily do with your weights or with the band. And the movement is just a bicep curl. So we keep our elbows in place. We're going to pull our hands up towards our face or your chin and then back down. So you pull your hands up towards your chin, keep the elbows down and down. Good. So pull, back down. Pull, back down. Pull, back down. Pull, back down. It is helpful to breathe out. Breathe out as we pull and then bring it back down. Good. Breathe out as you pull and bring it back down. Remember, you go at your own pace. Remember your recovery position as needed. Pull, the elbows are down. And we've got 5, 4. Keep your elbows down, just pull your hands in. 3, good. 2, and last one. Good, rest there. All right, making sure you grab a sip of water as needed. Okay. And even if you don't think you need any water, it's usually a pretty good idea. And we're just going to put the band over to the side because we got something super special next. Oh boy, you're thinking to yourself, can't wait. Kids, looks like everyone's kind of grabbed a sip of water, which is great. So we are going to do some sit to stands. I'm going to ask you to do our sumo sit to stands, which just means feet and knees wide apart, slightly turned outwards. And then from here, if you're staying seated, you just push your feet into the ground as if you're about to stand up. Okay, all those muscles are tight. All right. Otherwise, you're pushing through to stand all the way up. And then come back down nice and slow. Good. And push. And back down slow. Push. Back down slow. You're welcome to have your hands wherever you'd like. Maybe you need them in front for extra balance. Maybe you want to challenge yourself. Maybe you're holding a weight to make it more intense. Completely up to you. Good. So push through those feet. Good. And then back down, 2, 3. And push. Back down, 2, 3. And push. Back down, 2, 3. Push. Down, 2, 3. Push through your feet. Back down, 2, 3. Push through your feet. Down, 2, 3. Push through your feet. And down, 2, 3. 3 more if you can. Push. Remember, this is all about you today. You as an individual, this is your class. Take charge of it. Do what is challenging but doable. Last one. Up. And down, 2, 3. Rest. Excellent. Well done, gang. So good chance, good time for your recovery position. Good time. Some of you may need to just gently keep moving to help you catch your breath. Okay, whatever that looks like to you, make sure you do it. Because next is we are going to repeat all of that.
Lovely.
Absolutely lovely. Good. Does anyone remember what we started with?
No.
With the band? No? Good. Honesty. Love it. So we took our band. It went around or underneath our feet. Sorry, not around. Underneath our both feet. Your heels are on the ground, but your toes are pointed up. And what we did here is we pulled the band towards us, brought it back down, and then pulled out to the side slightly. And then we pulled down, pulled out to the side. Pull down, 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 out to the side. Very good. Got a couple more. We pull back down. As we pull out to the side, remember, it's not a big movement. You just want to feel your shoulder blade, maybe your armpit tighten up slightly. That's where the challenge is for that exercise. Pull down, out to the side. Pull down, out to the side. Twice more. Pull down, out to the side. And last one, pull down, out to the side. Good. All right. Do you remember the second exercise?
No.
Nope. Okay. It was another pull or a row. This time our elbows came out slightly without our elbows ever being over top of our hands. Okay, so it was just a pull and back down. Pull, elbows are a bit flared out, back down. Pull and down. Good. Remember, it's helpful to breathe out as you pull. Good. So breathe out as you pull. Make sure you go at your intensity. I like the control I'm seeing from your movements, pulling those shoulder blades together. Good. That's it, everybody. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. 1. Good. So now for this one, we're flattening our feet to the ground, getting that little bit of a stretch through your shins. And we're looking to do more of a bicep curl. So the elbows stay in, and we pull our hands towards our chin and then back down with control. Very good. Let's pull and back down. Pull, 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 back down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. All right, so you can put the band to the side. Have a bit of a rest if you need one. Remember that recovery position is off your forearms. Just keep the chest up. Don't let it cave in. Keep it up and open for air. All right. I'll remind you now that our last exercise as part of this sequence is our sumo sit to stands. Super fun, hey?
No. No.
Just absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, just can't wait.
True.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. So let's get knees and feet apart, slightly turned outwards. You can hold your weight if you'd like an extra challenge. And then from here, you're either just pushing your feet into the ground, those muscles tighten up, and then you relax, or going all the way up. And then back down, 2, 3. And up. Crossing your arms is a greater balance challenge. Please feel free. You got balance support close by. Use it. Have something within grabbing distance. Never want to get to the point where you feel off balance and feel like you're going to fall over and you got nothing to hold on to. Okay, so always have something within grabbing distance. Push through your feet. Everything's tightening up to slowly stand. And then back down with control. Now I'm thinking we could do 30 more.
Mercy.
Already done 100 though, Joe.
Yeah, 130 is a great number.
Not falling for that, eh? Okay.
We've got 4 more. 4.
That's it.
Down with control. 3. Down with control. 2. And then our last one, up and down with control. Woo! Nice work, everybody. That'll get the heart rate going. Those super fun sit to stands. So again, maybe you need your recovery position. Maybe you need to focus on your, well, everyone needs to focus on their breathing, but maybe you need to do some light movement to help you regain your breath. Good chance for a sip of water. Okay. Excellent. Okay, we're looking really good. We're sounding pretty quiet. But that might just be that most of you are on mute, so I don't hear you huffing and puffing. Good. All right, well, let's move on to our second sequence of exercises. We're going to change all of those exercises to be different ones. Okay. The first one, while sitting or standing, again, your choice, but I'd like us stepping up and over a little block, or pretend there's a log beside you, or a hurdle. Step up and over and back. Step up and over and back. So if you're standing, again, have balance support close by. Up and out and back. Up and out and back. Okay. And let's go. So up and out and back in. Up and out. Back in. Whether you are seated or standing, I do want you to think about that core tightening up. So our core is rather tight. There we go. Well done, everybody. Step up and out and back in. Step up and out and back in. Up and out, back in. Very good. Up and out and back in. 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 Good. And 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Might need to shake those legs out. Okay, the next is with your stretchy band. If you have one, and if you don't worry. I'll show you what to do instead. Very similar. With your stretchy band, you're just going to put it underneath your feet. This is a tricky one to do standing. It's quite easy for your foot to get caught up in the band, the rubber. So I wouldn't do this one seated. But what you're going to do, we've done it before, is just cross over. If your band is too short, rather than it going underneath your feet, you're just going to have it go underneath your thighs and wrap it around. And option 1 is to just squeeze your glutes and let your knees come out apart slightly. Not over exaggerated, because then we're not working the right muscles. Squeeze the glutes, let the knees come out slightly and back in. Or to make it harder, it's going to step out to the side against resistance. Okay, if you don't have a stretchy band, just have your hands on either side of your knees and have a good little battle between your hands and knees, okay? Remember, it's helpful to breathe out as you exert. Good.
No.
Good. Step out to the side and back in. Step out to the side and back in. Good work, everybody. Good thing about keeping that core tight, right? So to limit the extra movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and rest. So you can take the band off from around your thighs. Excellent. Okay, and then the last one we've got in this sequence, okay, is we're just going to do our hinge forward. So we've got our feet and knees wide apart. You can hold on to a weight, make it harder. And we're just gonna bend forward through our hips. So it should feel kind of pinchy or tight at the front of your hips. That's okay. That means your lower back is not doing all the work. So to push through the hips and then drive through your feet, push down through your feet to come back up. Okay, so it's a slight bend forward. Again, if you can keep your chest up and feel like it's moving through just your hips, then you are doing it correctly. Push through the hips, come back up. Push through the hips, come back up. Push through the hips, come back up. Good. So we're going to do just a couple more here before we test and see, do we remember all of it? Good. I'm liking the control in the movement here. We're slowly going forwards, making sure it's just through the hips and not your lower back. Then pushing through your feet to come back up. Does everyone feel that in the back of their legs doing the work?
Mhm.
Yeah, I see a couple head nods. That's good.
I feel it a little bit in my quads, in my front quads.
Yep. Yep, at the front of your legs. And is that mostly when you're bending forward?
Correct.
Yeah, that means it's tight.
Yes, it is tight.
Yeah, and that's okay. So as you bend forward, once you're bent forward from here, if you can squeeze your glutes together, think about crushing that walnut. You should feel the backside of your muscles kind of contracting a little bit more. Good. Last one here. And relax. Good. Good work, team. Okay. Better? Not bad.
Kathy, could you check your chat messages?
Kathy, do that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, Kathy. Yeah, Kathy Giroux.
Just going, what? You're on mute, by the way, Kathy, so we can't hear you. But if you check your chat messages there.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to do that. I'll do it later. I don't want to interrupt this. Okay, sorry. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
okay, well, it's you can't check it later because it disappears.
Okay, am I interrupting this class? Am I interfering with you guys?
I think we're just in a little break. Hey.
So we're gonna start our second set. But Kathy, checking your messages does not interrupt anything. If you've got you'll see it. It's like a little texting message box.
It's chat.
Yep, that's right. So if she uses a a smartphone, it'll be the same symbol as your messages.
If it's on an iPad, there's 3 little dots that says more. And you have to
There
tap
you go. That's
Sorry.
correct.
Sorry, at the bottom of the screen, it shows the symbols for the chat. And
On an
click on that.
iPad or on a computer.
on should be on your Zoom screen, no matter what you're using.
No, it changes depending on what you're using, actually.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, so computer looks different than an iPad and a phone.
I'm sorry,
Um,
I just
but
couldn't resist. I couldn't resist asking her how she's got that background screen.
Okay, I got it. I have no idea. I'll have to let you know. I got to carry on with the exercises now. Thank you.
Okay, then, thank you very much.
All right, gang, we're gonna step up and over and back in, up and over and back in. Again, you can be seated or standing. Okay, the goal is just get that knee lifting up as we step. So pretend you're stepping over a block or a hurdle, okay, or a log. That's always a fun one as well. And you're welcome to have your hands wherever you would like. Focus here is on the legs. So yes, we sometimes do a similar exercise for our cardio. That's where we're trying to move quickly and get our heart rate up. But for here, we're focusing more on our strength. So really slow lift up and step out without any cramping in your muscles.
It's a smaller log if you have hip problems, right?
That's right. Yep. So it's always about just doing the best that you can. And the reason we sometimes just slow down an exercise, if you slow it down and you really purposefully move your legs, you're going to get more muscle contraction. So if as you start to lift, you pretend you're, even if you don't lift it up very high, but you pretend you're lifting up, pretend you got weights around your ankles. You put more effort into moving your legs. Then you really should feel more of that muscle contraction. Okay, so you really purposefully move those legs. Doesn't matter how high up they're lifting. Okay, so we're going 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we're gonna rest there. Grab your stretchy band. And again, we're gonna just put it either underneath your feet, underneath your thighs, cross it over. If you do not have a band, use your hands on the outsides of your knees. And from here, you're either clenching your glutes to pull the knees apart slightly, or step out and back. Okay, step out and back. Step out and back. Step out and back. Good. Step out and back. Step out and back. Step out and back. Step out and back. Good. Make sure we're maintaining our breathing pattern here. And again, pretend that resistance is really heavy. So slowly pushing it out to the side and back. Excellent. Good job, team. So as one leg moves, the other foot is pushing down into the ground. So you want both legs working hard at the same time. So again, that non-moving leg needs to resist the pull of the band. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So relax the band there. Put it to the side. And we're going to go ahead and grab our weight. If you want an extra challenge, if you'd rather do this without the weight, you're more than welcome to. Feet and knees wide apart. And then we're just going down. So again, should feel tight at the front of your hips. Then we're squeezing our glutes together, pushing through our feet to come back up. Let's down, push through to come back up. Down, squeeze and push through to come back up. Excellent. Push forward, press through your feet to come back up. Well done, everybody. Good. Again, really focus on pushing through your feet, squeezing your glutes. Good. Last couple here, we've got 5. Good. Maintain your breathing pattern. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to put the weight to the side. And shake it out a little bit. Good. All right, gang, you made it to stretch time. Now remember, stretch time is the perfect time to ask questions, comments, connect as a group, okay? And I'll just tell you when to switch arms or switch legs or switch stretches, okay? So pull that elbow up and hold it there. Remember, we're focusing on our breathing pattern too. Slowing it back down.
Sorry for the untimely interruption.
That's okay. Thank you for the acknowledgement. Now's the perfect time to ask and try to sort it out. It's a very unique background. Though I do suspect she's not quite sure how it ever happened.
You're right, Jill. I have no idea how that came about. But Jill, I have a question. If somebody has a sore back and it's just like muscles are sore, who would you go see? A physio?
Physio is great. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Because a good physio can diagnose what's going on, and they can do a little bit depending on who they are, but a lot of physios take extra courses so they can do some of what a chiropractor can and lots of what a massage therapist can do, and they'll give you exercises. So you're kind of getting your full 3 for 1 there. They do a little bit of everything, and they're experts at the muscles and joints system. So they'll help out for sure. And relax there. We're gonna stretch out our leg, reach towards our toes. Any other questions, gang? Did a lot of strengthening exercises today. 2 different sequences for 2 sets each. How do we enjoy that? We did not enjoy it.
That was a question, right?
Change legs. It is a question. You are allowed to say no. I might just not always listen.
I find the hardest thing, Jill, since I got out of the hospital is doing the sit-to stands. And I used to be
Yeah.
able to do them really, really good and lots of them. And now
Yeah.
it's just a real struggle.
Yeah, but keep in mind, those sit-to stands are tough for 3 key reasons. 1, it's a really big range.
Okay,
right? The range of motion. Remember we talked about the greater, rest there, pull your leg up onto your thigh or down on your shin. We talked about if you want to increase intensity, well, increase range of motion.
right.
So going from this seated position without any support or minimal support and standing all the way up, that's a long way down. Right? If we get people
Okay.
working on their squats from a standing position, sometimes we ask them to hold on to their sink. You guys may have seen that exercise, but they usually can just get to here. Well, that chair is way down here. That's a huge range. So that's
Yeah,
more
right.
intense. Second is it's a very muscular movement, right? Lots of strength. Being in the hospital would have impacted and decreased your strength and your cardio.
Yeah, for sure.
Switch legs. So all three of those, right? So from the cardio aspect, those are big muscles that we're using in the legs. So more oxygen is needed for the movement.
Uh-huh.
So those bigger muscled movements always, work our lungs harder.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
also
that's
the
probably
difference.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you look at the strength piece. So you had a bit of a loss of strength. It'll come back.
Yeah,
Keep
I
working
just gotta
at it.
keep working at it.
That's right.
I'll tell you
We'll chase
those,
you, Connie. We'll get you.
I hope so. Yeah, I really find the online ones, the pre-recorded ones, I've been using those on alternate days. When I'm not in your class, and I did it before I went in the hospital. I've been doing it for a long time, but they're just invaluable.
Awesome.
Uh,
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. It's good feedback for both myself and Maureen that that it's useful, right? That it's
Yeah.
valuable. Thank you for that.
Oh, for sure it is.
Rest there, guys. Bring a leg back behind you. Stretch that front of the hip or turn sideways in your chair. Has anyone else been using the recorded sessions? Or finding that the twice a week classes have been beneficial?
I use it if I miss class.
the summer.
Yeah, I missed Tuesday's class, so I did it on YouTube, but I used them all summer. The classes on YouTube.
Good. So you're finding it a really helpful supplement.
Yeah.
In our break areas, and you are as well.
Where do you find them?
If you just switch legs, if you just type into your search engine, so that's your Google, your Bing, whatnot, and you just type in BC Lung Breathe Right, it'll come up, and it's on YouTube.
Okay.
And YouTube, even YouTube, BC Lung Breathe Right, it'll come up with the whole library of all the recorded classes. And we've got like 2 years worth now. It's
I was gonna
awesome.
say, and they go by date. You can go into any of them.
It's
Okay.
great.
So all the ones I missed in October, I've caught up with those now.
Brilliant.
How often
Good.
are they downloaded?
Sorry.
Are they downloaded once a week? Like if I go to YouTube tomorrow, I'm gonna find today's.
I don't think it's quite that fast because they
Couple days.
it takes a couple days, but definitely within the week.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
it's quite quick, quite fast.
Yeah.
Very helpful resource. Glad to hear that so many of you are really being benefited from it. We're just going to end with 2 deep breaths. So I invite you to either keep a hand on your belly, hold them out to the side, go up overhead, whatever feels best for you. But we're going to inhale now. Pause and then slowly exhale. And then once more, inhale. Slowly exhale. You can kind of shake up your hands, roll your shoulders back, and make sure you really do give yourself a pat on the back. Fantastic job getting on here today, everybody, and working hard.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Jill.
Always
As
lovely to see
thank
you.
you.
Have a
God
good
bless.
weekend, everyone.
Okay. Bye,
Yeah.
everybody.